Today's class is all about something that I've been sort of researching and mulling over of late, which is that muscles don't stretch. So what does that mean? So we tend to in yoga, get this sweet sensation of stretching in our body and hang out there passively in the hopes that that's actually going to improve our range of motion. When in fact, what happens with muscles, they can only do two things. They can contract or they can relax. They do not stretch or get longer. So in fact, if you want to improve your range of motion, your flexibility perhaps might be another word, the way to do this is to move into a shape, not fully, and then engage muscularly, contract the muscles so that the muscles learn how to be strong at the various ranges of motion. This improves your mobility and your range of motion. So that's what I've been mulling over, and that's what we're going to focus on as we go through our class today. So as always, beginning in a seated position, somewhere that's comfortable for you, somewhere where you can begin to arrive into your body, into your breath. You can even close your eyes at this point and simply allow your awareness to descend into your body, sensing into the way in which you're touching the mat, the way in which your hands feel, noticing the movement of your breath, picking up on those points in your body that seem a little bit tight or resistant, and endeavoring here to simply relax and be present with your breath. And as usual, we'll start our practice with a shared breath. So on your next exhale, empty your lungs, and then take a big inhale. And a long sigh. And welcome once again to your yoga practice. So good to have you here today. On your next inhale, open your eyes, reach your arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers, press your palms upwards. Elbows can be bent a little or a lot. Feel a sense of engagement through your entire arm line, so you're not just hanging out. Put some pressure there, or reach up on an inhale. As you exhale, turn to your right, take a little twist, feel that sense of engagement of muscles, and then inhale back to center, and exhale, twist to the left. And then again, inhale center, and exhale, come down onto your hands and knees into a tabletop position. Tabletop, hips and knees aligned, wrists and shoulders aligned, and your hands are pressing down and rotating away from each other. So it feels like your elbows, the eyes of your elbows are rotating forwards, your shoulders nicely integrated, and keeping that sensation in your hands, moving in a bit of a pivot around your knees, one way and the other way. So we're going to focus on muscular activation, so make sure your hands are pressing and rotating away from each other. Go one way, go the other way, and then pause. And here, tug on the tops of your feet, which are on the mat, so that they too are engaged. And then as you inhale, lift your head, lift your bum, extend through the front of the body, and then exhale, round. Use your gluteal muscles, tuck your chin, move your pelvis forwards, fire up the muscles in your back. And then inhale, front side extension, cat-cow breathing. So here, cow belly, feel that engagement through the front line. Exhale, round and press. Your feet are still active, your hands are still active. One more time each way. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale to round. Really use those gluteal muscles to press your hips forwards. As you inhale, come back to neutral. As you exhale, tuck your toes and then press with your toes and your hands to hover your knees off the mat just a little bit. Your hands are still pressing down, your big toe mounds are trying to press down, and your neck is neutral. From here, move your bum back towards your heels, and then up and back, downward dog. And here, downward dog, just a little bit of intuitive movement as you bend one knee deeply, straighten the other leg, side to side. Here, just sensing into the back line of your body. And here you can even practice this idea that I'm going to re-emphasize throughout the class. So as you feel the stretch through the back of one leg, fire the muscles up on the back of that leg. And then go to the other side. Stretch the leg, fire the muscles up. This is going to build mobility in your body. And begin to walk your feet up the mat to dangle at the head of your mat. Feet could be a little bit separated as you like. Drape your head down. Give your shoulders a little shake. Just a bit of decompression of the spinal column. And then as you inhale, halfway lift, your hands come wherever they're going to go. Exhale to fold. Again, inhale, lengthen legs and torso. Exhale to fold. And then inhale to rise all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And exhale, hands can come down. Just a couple of breaths like that. Inhale, hands out wide, reach up. Hands touch. Exhale, hands down the midline. Interlace your fingers. Press down firmly. Inhale, hands forwards and up. Arms nicely engaged. Legs squeezed together. Exhale, hands out wide, slowly. One more like that. Inhale, hands reach up, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, hands touch, come down through the midline, interlace, press down strongly. Inhale, press your hands forwards and up. And exhale, hands out wide. Now let's try this engagement idea through the range of motion of your spine. Inhale your hands up, interlace your fingers, point your index fingers, squeeze your palms together. So here, as you inhale, reach up, I want you to find a sense of pressing both feet down, gathering both thighs towards one another, your palms squeezing towards each other. Even if your elbows are bent, there's a sense of trying to reach up. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, go over to the right. Your hips slide to the left. I want you to go as far as you can, and then come halfway back up. At that halfway point, again, press your feet down, squeeze your legs together, and reach up to the upper right corner of the space that you're in, and fire up the muscles on your outer left hip, the outer left side of your torso, that left arm. Make it super strong. Trying to build strength here in the mid-range of your motion. And now, sustaining that engagement through the left side of your body, begin to descend a little bit more and a little bit more. But as soon as the muscles give up, come back out. Don't go too far. Beautiful. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, settle. Other side. Maybe you switch your grip, put the other thumb at the back, point your index finger. Inhale, reach up, squeeze your arms towards your ears, press your feet down, squeeze your legs together, get muscularly engaged, and exhale over to the left. Maybe you see how far down you can go, and then come back up a little bit, squeeze the legs again, fire up the muscles on the right side of your body, so your right foot presses down, your right calf is engaged, your right thigh, your right glutes engaged. If you feel your rib cage, the intercostal muscles on the right side of the rib cage engaged. Squeeze your palms together. This is a lot more work than just hanging out in a side bend. We're building mobility, in other words, usable flexibility into your body here. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, hands come down. Shoulders might be complaining a little bit. Let's just give them a bit of relief by rolling your shoulders back and forwards. Nice. Now we're going to do just a single back bend. Same method. I'll turn to the side so you can see what I'm up to. As you inhale, lift your hands up. As you exhale, interlace your fingers behind your head, just about where the occipital ridge is. Feet are together, and as you press your feet down, begin to press your hips forwards, lift your chest up, begin to look up and try to engage muscularly from the base of your feet all the way up through the back of your neck. We're not going to the maximum extent, just go part way. And then from here, to add extra spice and flavor, send your hands towards the back of the room, point your index finger, and really squeeze everything to the midline. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your scapula, your shoulders towards one another. Keep reaching and engaging. So it's a front side extension, so all the muscles in the front of your body are working. Inhale to come up, and exhale. Hands can come down. Nicely done. Let's take a twist. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, bring your right hand outside your left knee as you sit down. Then bring your left hand to your low back. Gaze down. See that your knees are touching and that your knees are parallel, so they're not twisting out of line. Keep the knees parallel. Press your right hand against your left knee and then begin to turn. Nice, and turning from the base of the spine up to the upper chest and then the neck. Trying to turn with engagement to the left. And breathe there. Hoo boy, serious amount of work. And inhale, stand up. And exhale, sit down. So we're going to take the left hand outside the right knee. We're going to press that hand against your knee, keep the knees square, right hand's on your back for support, and then you twist from your belly, you extend away from your belly, then your rib cage, then your shoulder, then your neck, and you keep pressing your left hand against your knees and getting your spine nice and long, using muscle strength here, and then inhale, hands all the way up, and exhale, sit into the chair. Hands forwards. As you sink into the chair, take the weight towards your heels, squeeze your legs together, take all your fingers and press them together strongly. Lift your elbows up, sit down further, press your fingers firmly towards one another. Feel your pecs muscles, that's across your upper chest, fired up as you press your fingers isometrically in towards one another. Take the weight towards your heels. Sit down a bit more. Keep your chest nice and proud. Good stuff. And then inhale, press your hands to the ceiling as you stand up. And exhale, dive all the way back down. As you inhale, lengthen away from yourself. And as you exhale, bend your knees so your heels lift and your heels touch your bum. Plant your hands down. And then step one leg, and then the other leg to plank pose, top of the push-up. Now we were in tabletop, we did the same thing in plank pose that we did in tabletop. You press your hands down, try to rotate them externally, away from one another. Eyes of the elbows try to come a little bit more forwards, that's your inner elbows. Feels like there's an engagement of the shoulders into the shoulder socket. Nicely done. And then drop your knees down, flatten out your feet, lie down without moving your hands. And then inhale up into Cobra. And again, pause in Cobra. Your hands are pressing down. They're trying to dial away from one another. That dialing action causes your elbows to come closer to your body. Chest is forwards, pelvis is pressing down, butt is squeezing, knees down, feet down. Nice. And then exhale, down you come. As you inhale, come to your hands and knees. As you exhale, go to downward dog. And in downward dog, chill out a little bit. But then find that dynamic form that we're looking for today. Hands pressed down, they try to dial away from each other. Torso moves to upper thighs. And then root into your left foot, inhale your right leg up high behind you. As you exhale, bring your right knee over to your upper right arm. And hold there. Press away from the ground. Flex your toes of the right foot back towards you. Breathe. Then inhale all the way up. Exhale, knee to nose, round your spine.
Linger here, linger, linger, linger. Round your spine. Activate the muscles in your back. And inhale, lengthen that leg all the way up again. And exhale, right knee to left arm somewhere under the body. And linger, linger, linger. Keep that leg lifted. Work, work, work. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, step your right foot forwards. Bring your left foot beside your right foot. Inhaling, halfway lift. And then exhale, bum to heels, hands plant down. Do you remember which leg you took back first last time? Take your other leg back first. And then the other one. Both legs squeeze towards one another. Your hands press down, dial away from one another. Try to get full through your upper back. Don't collapse through your upper back. Neck neutral. Knees down. Feet flatten out. Lie down. Don't move your hands. The inhale, cobra. Elbows feel like they're gathering in towards you because your hands are trying to dial away from each other, like you've got two jars that move in a different direction. And then exhale down. The inhale, hands and knees. Now here, I tuck my fingers and take one step back with my hands and exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Root into your right foot. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to left arm. And linger. Flex your left toes. Get that left knee nice and high. Get the left foot nice and high. Breathe. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Linger. Round your spine more and more and more. Try to touch your knee to your nose. Knee to nose. Knee to nose. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, knee to right arm. Linger, linger. Get the right foot, the left foot lifted. Beautiful. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, step forwards. And right foot joins left foot. Big inhale and exhale, fold. Get your feet about hip width apart. Lift your right foot and slide your right hand all the way underneath your foot. The toes touch your wrist. And same thing, left foot. Knees could be deeply bent here. Let your head drop down. And then activate your arms. Try to pull your hands out from underneath your feet. Don't let it happen. Use muscle here. Maybe wiggle your toes into the wrist creases. It'll feel good. And then gently inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. All the way up. Are you still with me? It's like, what happened to Guy? He's making us do work. Exhale down. It's all good. It's only yoga. So, a little bit of a pause. Catch your breath. Hands on your hips. Balance on your left foot. Bend your left knee a little bit. Take your right ankle on top of your left knee. Flex your right toes back towards you. Sit into it a bit more. Take the weight back towards your left heel. And again, let's go with those active hands. Thumb and fingers touch, creating a kind of a dynamic ball. Elbows lift up, and you press those hands, fingers towards each other strongly. So you feel that sense of engagement through your upper chest, upper back. Balancing and working at the same time. And to change, inhale, hands up, foot down. Exhale, relax. Other side, start hands on the hips. Balance on the right foot. Left ankle on top of right knee. Flex your left foot back towards your knee. Sit into it, weight towards the heel. Fingers touch. Elbows lift. Fingers press together. So, here though, you don't need to grit your teeth. So it's not like, like that. Relax your face, but stay active through your hands. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands down. Continue from here. Inhale, hands up.
Exhale, dive all the way forwards. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, right leg back, long step, right toes tucked, right knee down. Beautiful. Let's just challenge our balance a bit here. Inhale, hands up. And we'll go with a bit more of a flow. Exhale, lean forwards, lift your back knee. Beautiful. Inhale, swoop your hands towards the front of the room like you're trying to grab something. And exhale, hands and fists, elbows draw in as your torso comes perpendicular. Good. Inhale, hands up, knee down. Exhale, knee up, arms down. 2 more. Knee dips. Inhale. Exhale. Use all the muscles in your legs. Inhale. Use the muscles in your arms. Exhale. Keep going. Inhale. This time as you exhale, bring your right knee up. Maybe even kick through your right foot. Nice. Inhale, step back, hands up. As you exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, step forwards, arms come down. Maybe kick. Inhale, step back. Exhale, twist left. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale, step and kick. Inhale, step back. Exhale, twist left. Try to do this and talk. Not so darn easy. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, step forwards, hands swing behind. Inhale, swoop all the way up. Take a little bit of a back bend here. Sustain the back bend. Squeeze your legs together. Push your hips forwards. Lift your chest up. Look at the ceiling. And then inhale up. And exhale, dive all the way down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, left leg back, long step, left toes tucked, left knee down. Inhale, rise, hands up. Exhale, lean forwards, lift your back knee, flare your hands, leaning lunge. Inhale, swoop your hands forwards like a grasping lunge. Take a big inhale, exhale, elbows in, torso perpendicular. Knee dips, inhale, knee down, hands up. Exhale, come up. Again, inhale. Exhale, belly's in, arms are strong. One more time, inhale. Exhale. The kicks and the twists. Inhale. Exhale, left knee up, left foot maybe extends. Inhale, step back. Exhale, twist right. Belly draws in. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, step and kick. Inhale, step back. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, step and kick. Inhale, step back. Exhale, twist. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, step forward, swing your hands behind. Whoosh. Inhale all the way up into a back bend and stay there. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Push your hips forwards. Extend through your abdomen. Lift your chest. Squeeze your arms towards your ears. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down. Nicely done. Step back a little bit. Or at least I need to so you can see what I'm doing. Feet together. Eagle pose, active eagle. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, right arm under left at the elbow joint. Option to hold your shoulders or maybe to bring your hands to touch. Here, you're going to feel a sensation probably through your upper back. I want you to fire up the muscles of your upper back into the area of the stretching sensation. So where you feel the stretch, you engage muscularly. That's the kind of the rule of the day. So my back is working. Sit down, knees together, weight back to the heels. Still my arms are active. Bring your right leg up and over. Squeeze at your upper thighs. Squeeze actively. Use your glute muscles, your thigh muscles to squeeze. Squeeze your arms together. Fire up the muscles of your upper back. Meet the stretch with engagement. Breathe. And then inhale, hands up, feet together. Exhale, left arm under right arm. It's getting toasty in here. Hands can come together, maybe grab your shoulders. Feel where you're feeling the stretch on your back. Probably fire the muscles up. You might back away from the stretch a little bit and fire the muscles up and then descend into it a bit. So that's probably the most, the word is efficacious approach, is to find your mid-range of motion, engage muscularly, and go towards your end range of motion, still muscularly engaged. Sit down, balance on your right foot, take your left leg up, over, squeeze, sit down, squeeze, squeeze. Use your muscles, don't be afraid. We're building strength and length at the same time. Strength and mobility. Muscles don't actually stretch, interestingly. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, hands down. And you might say, well, Guy, but cats and dogs stretch, don't they? They don't stretch. They do pandiculation. So they go, like that. So they are elongating and engaging at the same time. That's what we're trying to do in all of these different shapes, is more like that animal pandiculation. You can look up the word if you like. It's not just a passive kind of hanging out and hoping something will happen. You have to work. Sorry. From this place, take a big inhale. Exhale, dive all the way forwards. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, find your way into a plank pose, top of a push-up. From plank pose, come down onto your forearms, your elbows come down, and press away from the mat. Press your forearms away from you, press your feet away from you, keep your bum lifted. And then from here, balance on your left foot. Inhale your right knee towards your right shoulder. Exhale back. Inhale left knee to left shoulder. Exhale back. Again, inhale right knee, right shoulder. Exhale back. Left knee, left shoulder. Exhale back. Yes, one more. Inhale right knee. Exhale back. Inhale left knee. Exhale back. Well done. Drop your knees and hips down, flatten out your feet, gaze forwards, and just separate your hands so your forearms are straight forwards. Press your pelvis down, isometrically drag your elbows back, feel extension now through the front of your torso. Try to fire the muscles as well as meeting or having a stretch. Feel the abdominal muscles work, feel the pectorals work, upper chest. Nice. And then soften a little bit. Pivot your left forearm across the front of the mat. Roll a little bit to the left so you can reach for your right foot with your right hand. Here, begin driving your right foot towards your right hip or right outer hip. What's happening here? You're getting a stretching sensation at the front of the right hip. Can you also engage muscularly the front of your right hip? So maybe back away from that end range of motion, so let your foot move away from you. Fire that muscle up, and then again draw the foot towards the glute. This will build range of motion, usable flexibility in your hip. And then slowly release. Brace yourself. Here it comes. Right forearm across the front of your mat. Bend your left leg. Grab your left foot if you can. Notice you can probably drive your foot down a fair bit. Back away a little bit. fire the muscle at the front of the left hip, keep that muscle fired, and then draw your foot in a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. So we're trying to be able to be muscularly active at all ranges of motion. This means the body understands its own capabilities and won't brace or resist that range of motion because it's safe and strong. It knows that. We're teaching the body that it can be strong at these end ranges of motion. And then slowly release. Overlap your hands, flare your elbows, place your forehead on your waiting hands. And here, just relax. Just take a break. We'll do a couple back bends from here. Chin on the mat. Take your hands out wide, sort of a T shape with your arms and torso. Squeeze your legs together, big toes touch, heels touch, and then inhale, elevate off the mat. So here, we're trying to engage. So we're reaching through our fingertips, so our arms are active. We're squeezing our legs together, our legs are active. We're getting a stretch through the front of the body. So try to engage there. And the muscles on your back, we're trying to offer support. So you might try to relax those a little bit. And then exhale, come down. Put your right cheek or left cheek on the mat, look right. Bring your hands beside your bum, palms face up. Passive neck twist. It feels good. I imagine you could do this with muscular activation, but sometimes it just feels good to be passive. That's okay too. And then look the other way. Like I said, muscles do two things. They contract and they relax. And here, we're just letting things relax. And now another back bend. Bend your knees and try to grab your feet. If you can't grab your feet, don't worry about it. But if you got a hold of your feet, get your knees roughly parallel with your hips or in line with the hips. Press your pelvic bone down first, then begin to kick. Let the kick draw you up. Wherever you feel stretch, perhaps the front of your thighs, again, fire those muscles up. Breathe. And slowly, knees down, hands forwards. Here we go, child's pose, another repose, another place of relaxation. Just chill out. And then slowly walk your hands in and fall to one side or the other as you swing your legs out front. Legs out front. Bring your right foot in line with your right hip. Bring both arms up and dive inside your right knee, trying to reach for your left foot or your left shin or the ground somewhere. Press your right foot down, squeeze your right knee towards your right shoulder. Try to keep your right bum cheek down. Don't let it pop up. Shoot energy out through your left heel, so your left leg is also engaged. Oh my goodness. Looks simple, but you can make it as active as you like. Beautiful. Inhale, sit up. As you exhale, place your right foot against your inner upper thigh. Knee drops down. And again, fold over top of your left leg, this time reaching for the ball of your foot. Stay nice and long in your torso. Let your elbows bend. You're going to create definitely a stretching sensation. And it's not just about hanging out in the stretching sensation. It's about activation of muscles where the stretch is happening. So you might come out of it a bit, fire the muscles up, descend into it, finding that place of safe range of motion, building your end range of motion, your usable range of motion, by staying muscularly active through the whole shape. And then inhale up, and exhale, lean back. Jump your right foot over top of your left knee. That's option one, stay just like that. Option two, lean to the left and bring that left foot in beside your right hip. Place your right hand behind you, tent your fingers, press down, draw your belly in, and then begin turning to the right. Maybe use your left hand to hold your knee in place. Maybe use your elbow. And where do you notice this? I notice this on my outer right hip. So maybe it's like, okay, where do I start feeling the sensation? Right there. Fire that muscle. Keep that muscle fired as you turn more deeply into it. Sustain that engagement. Teaching the body that it can be strong and safe at that end range of motion. Not just yanking yourself there, but protecting yourself there. And then again, unwind, counter twist. Come back through center, extend both legs out front. Bring your left foot beside your right knee. Extend through your heel, reach both arms up, dive inside your left leg. Reaching for your foot, maybe that happens, maybe it doesn't, maybe you got a strap, that'd be nice. Maybe hold your shin, gaze more forwards, squeeze your left knee towards your left shoulder, keep your left bum cheek down on the ground. Oh yeah. And then again, come up. Left knee drops down, left foot to inner upper thigh. Press, press. Lift up, fold forwards, walk towards your right foot. Maybe you grab the ball of the foot. As your elbows descend, like find that engagement on the back of the right leg. And as the engagement's happening, then descend into that a bit further. Very mobile and strong person is what we're trying to make from your body here. Slowly lift up, lean back, bring your left foot outside your right knee. Maybe you want to lean to the right and bring the right foot in beside your left hip. Left hand's behind you, you press down, and then you begin to turn. Maybe your right hand holds the knee there. Notice where you're experiencing sensation. Before going too deeply, fire the muscle. Keep it fired as you twist. Belly's drawn in. Oh yeah. And then gently counter twist the other way. And then again, unwind, send your legs out front. Give your legs a shiggle, give them a shake. And then just step your bum to the middle of the mat, lie down on your back. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Give it a pull. Keep your chin tucked. And then drop your feet to the mat and flip-flop your knees side to side a couple times. And take a bridge pose just to kind of reset everything. Feet walk in until you touch your heels. Elbows bend, palms face one another across the body. You press with your feet, you press with your elbows, you lift your pelvis up, you lift your chest up, feeling extension through the fronts of the thighs. Meet that with engagement. Feel your pecs fired up, the upper chest, the sides of the body. Maybe you interlace your fingers under your back and roll one shoulder under, the other shoulder under. And again, fire up the muscles. This time your biceps, triceps might be working a bit more. Make them work. And then slowly, slowly release all of that. And again, draw both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. And then send both arms, both legs up to the ceiling and just dangle there loosely, letting your shoulder sockets sink heavily into the mat, and your hip sockets sink heavily. A little shiggle, a little shake. Just letting go of any tension that might have arisen in the body. And then simply lie down. Feet flop open, palms face up, take a big inhale. And a long exhale. And lie there for 2 minutes without moving. We're allowing your parasympathetic nervous system to kick in here. That's the rest and digest. A place in which your body can heal and can integrate the benefits of the work that you've just done. Rest is an important part of this whole practice. So rest. And now, from this place, allow yourself to begin to breathe more fully, more completely. A long, slow inhale and a long, slow exhale. Allow yourself to start to take on some movement, fingers, toes. And eventually pandiculate. Reach your arms up overhead. Take a big cat stretch, dog stretch, whatever you like. Favorite pet stretch, stretch. It's not actually stretching, like I said. It's elongating and engaging at the same time. And then roll to one side or the other. And press yourself up to seated. And we'll finish our practice together from here. As usual, in your seat, proud heart, humble chin, eyes closed, hands placed comfortably for you. And a single shared breath to mark the end of our practice. Exhale, empty your lungs. Take a big inhale. And a long sigh. Thank you once again, my yogi friends, for sharing your practice with me today. So good to have you here. Have a beautiful day ahead. Namaste.